Ecuador is nestled between Colombia and Peru on the Pacific side of South America. The country's capital, Quito, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a fun and worthwhile city. The Galapagos Islands are the main attraction in the country, with most people just jumping from Quito to the islands to revel in the amazing wildlife spotting opportunities. But there is much more to Ecuador than the Galapagos. Adventure lovers will be keen to explore the Ecuadorian Amazon or to climb one of the country's many volcanoes, including the world-famous Cotopaxi mountain. This tiny country packs a lot of punch, and this travel guide can help you make the most of your trip. Top things to see and do in Ecuador. Galapagos Islands. There are few places in the world which offer wildlife spotting opportunities as good as those on the Galapagos Islands. The islands lie 1,000 kilometers from the coast of Ecuador and are the most popular attraction in the country. My trip here was amazing. It was everything people say and more. I've never seen so much wildlife in my life. Simply breathtaking. Here are my pictures of the Galapagos Islands. Quito, Ecuador's capital, is beautiful, historic, and energetic. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, actually. Head to the city's old town to see its historic colonial past. The churches and old buildings are beautiful, and the Plaza Grande is sure to instill a feeling of patriotism in all visitors. The city's largest and oldest church, Ministerio de San Francisco, is also pretty great. Otavlo Market. Otavlo is Ecuador's most famous indigenous market. Handicrafts, jewelry, necklaces, musical instruments, and clothing are just a few of the things you can buy at this expansive market. Banos. This small town lies high in the Andes and on the hillside of Ecuador's most active volcano, Tungurahua. Besides the fantastic volcano treks, visitors also flock to Banos to experience the healing powers of its hot springs and to give thanks for miracles performed at the Church of the Virgin of the Holy Water. It's also the country's adventure capital, with lots of biking, bungee jumping, ATV rentals, and a circuit of beautiful waterfalls to visit. Prices will vary, but they are not expensive. Bungee jumping, for example, is only $20. Cotopaxi Mountain. Cotopaxi is Ecuador's second highest mountain and was the world's highest volcano for years until the Chilean volcano Tupungato erupted in 1986. This 12,500-foot tall snow-capped monster lies just 55 kilometers from Quito and is popular with hikers and mountain bikers. Amazon rainforest. Approximately half of Ecuador is covered in Amazonian rainforest, and a tour is a great way to get to grips with what is possibly the world's most biodiverse area. Over 1,000 species of animals can be found in the forests and lagoons of the Ecuadorian Amazon, for example, tapirs, monkeys, jaguars, and ocelots. Prices will vary depending on how long the tour is, however, expect to pay a couple $100. The Devil's Nose. One of Ecuador's most famous tourist attractions is the world-famous Devil's Nose train. Dubbed as the most difficult train ride in the world, the journey begins in the town of Riobamba and makes its way through the cliffs to the city of Alasi. You kinda feel like you're going to fall off any second. It's not for those who dislike heights. Tickets are $25 per person. Ingapirca. Ingapirca is Ecuador's premier Inca site and is located in the Canar province, near the country's Pacific coast. The crowning glory of the site is the Temple of the Sun, which is a circular building made of intricately carved stones so as to fit together without mortar. There is also a burial site and a series of low walls which are ruins from various other buildings on the site. A guided tour will cost around $40. Cuenca. Cuenca is Ecuador's third largest city. Designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Cuenca has colonial buildings, churches, and cathedrals that are beautiful, and extremely photogenic. The city is also thought to be Ecuador's intellectual capital and has been dubbed the Athens of the Andes. Montañita. This surfer's paradise is a relatively new addition to Ecuador's list of attractions, although its reputation for pristine beaches and perfect waves has been growing steadily over the years. This is a proper backpacker's paradise with laid-back beach parties, live bands, and inexpensive accommodation. A week-long surf camp, including lessons, accommodation, and food, will cost around $600 US.